Hey guys, welcome back to the Off-Grid project. I'm just trying out the TV setup that's going to be used at the Off-Grid projects. So I got the boxy box running off the external hard drive running the TV, and of course the power coming in is the monster surge bar home theater. It says I'm drawing 0.5 amps, which is impossible because I have this hooked up to my kilowatt meter, and I hopefully can give you a clear reading of what it shows. There we go, that's better. So I go to mode. So this says amps 0.6. So it's actually pretty close to what it's off by 1, because I'm sure that extra 1 is powering the home theater, the monster home theater surge bar. So that's a good piece of knowledge to know. So right now the TV's running, the boxy box is running, the external hard drive's running, and the power bar is using some power. So we'll go to watts now. So it says we're using about 81 watts of power. So with the inverter at the off-grid project, I'm gonna guess with the losses and the lines and the inverter, I'm gonna just give it a high guess and say that's gonna be 100 watts right there. So 0.6. It's about 0.61 peak amps, and then get back to of course 120 volts. Let's get back to watts here. Okay, so whoa, camera's going wacko on me, sorry guys. So now the wattage is down to 44. So I guess it depends on what's actually running on the TV. But yeah, it's still about 6 amps, 0.6 amps. Okay, 45 watts, that's not bad. So I'm guessing with one of my solar panels, that will cover my entertainment for this little section. So that's watching movies and YouTube videos and stuff. I download a lot of YouTube videos and watch them later. It's just convenient that way, and then you have them forever, so that's bonus. Yeah, so it's a pretty good setup. This is probably drawing a 0.1 extra amps, because that's what the reading said over there. So that's not too bad. And as you see, I only have the 3 things plugged in: external hard drive, boxy box, and the TV. So yeah, the sound is on and running. So watching some YouTube videos. That gives you guys a little update on how much power I will be using for entertainment. So that's about 100 watts worth of power when you have the inverter, when it's plugged into the inverter. The show just ended there, so perfect timing. I would say about 1 panel will do this setup, because you will have losses in the wires in the inverter. But considering I'm going to have 4 100 watt panels hooked up to 1 battery just to power this load, I won't have to worry about anything. The recovery rate will be pretty much instant. So, especially since one 100 watt solar panel, I read on the back of the how much it produces, and it produces 5.36 amps of current an hour. So, just one of them. So that easily covers the entertainment process there. I talked about also, I wrote down a bunch of stuff here, gave a little I do little updates here, so let me get into this a bit. This is a write-up I did for my power usage. So, fireplace, propane fireplace fan, 58 watts. I tested all these with my kilowatt meter. 32-inch LED TV, 20 watts. PC, 14 watts. External hard drive, 10. Xbox One is 45 watts. Boxy box is 15 watts. Lights, LED lights, 10 watts. I have those 3 PC fans that I showed you in an earlier video, and combined that's going to be 10 watts. And then internet modem, eventually I will have satellite internet on the off-grid trailer. And I just tested the one at home, and I was getting 7 watts off that modem. So I don't think there'll be much difference. I can always check it later. So total, 189 watts if I ran all these appliances at the same time for an hour. So, and then what I did was, if I wanted to run all these for 8 hours straight, so 189 times 8 hours equals 1512 watts for an 8-hour time period. Now, if you remember, I have 20 solar panels, 100 watts each, and that combines into a 2 kilowatt hour system. So it makes 2,000 watts an hour. And for 8 hours, I'm only up to 1,512 watts. So in 1 hour, everything will be recovered. However, since I'm running off one battery for... Now this setup, in my earlier SketchUp, I had one battery, all this, like 4 solar panels hooked up to a single battery, and there's 5 of those, so times 5. So with the inverter, I'm gonna only now remember. So this will be separated in 5 sections, all these things, because I'm not going to hook everything up to one battery with 4 solar panels and the rest doing nothing. So this will be spread out between the 5, if that makes sense, and I'll cover that later. It's kind of confusing right now. I don't have anything written down. I kind of did a thing for winter use. So using my computer in the wintertime, I'm going to have my fireplace on, 58 watts an hour. TV that plugs into my PC with HDMI, so that's 20 watts, so use that. The PC, of course, 14 watts. External hard drive, 10 watts. LED lights, 10 watts. 3 PC fans going. 1 for the battery box. 1 for the composting toilet, and 1 for the fireplace for additional heat. And that's another 10 watts. And then the internet modem, of course, so another 7. And then the total for that, if all those things for wintertime use, 129 times 8 equals 1,032 watts for 8 hours of use. With just if I was on the computer for 8 hours straight doing that. Now, the fireplace isn't going to be on for 8 hours straight. So this number is a little high. So it's not too bad, because this is going to be on for maybe 20 minutes at a time max, and then however long, whatever the temperatures I have it set at. So this is not an accurate number. This will probably end up being lower, but in the wintertime I will get less sunlight, more cloudy days, guys, and so I'll really have to watch what I'm using and see what happens here. So gaming wintertime, fireplace again, TV, Xbox One, lights, 3 PC fans and internet, 150 times 8, 1200. So if I was doing 8 hours straight of gaming, and again, fireplace isn't going to be on for 8 hours straight. It's going to be on at like 20-minute intervals every couple of hours. because it's pretty insulated well in the off-grid trailer. PCU summertime, 14, 27 lights. You get the idea. 71 by 8, and I got 568. Now, I do want a window air conditioner. This is what this AC means. And I guesstimated for 4 hours of runtime, it's gonna cost me 2,800 watts of power. So I added 2,800 to 568 to get me that for the summertime use. So that number is over what I make, but remember, this is for 8 hours of use for all this equipment, and that will all vary, because am I really going to be there for 8 hours doing all that? I doubt it. And then same with the air conditioner. So these are just rough estimates, guys, but it gives you an idea, a breakdown of what's going on. So gaming, summertime, 20 for the TV, blah blah blah. You guys get the picture of what I'm doing here. Totals 92, 8 hours, 736 plus the window air conditioner. That's plus 736 plus 2,800 for 4 hours of runtime on a window air conditioner. 3,536 watts. And I put 4 hours in because I would imagine I'm going to be holding in quite a bit of, the humidity won't be too bad, especially in such a small space. So it won't take that long to cool down throughout the day. Now, eventually I do want a washing machine, and they're about 1,300 watts an hour. So, now remember, I'm only making $2,000 an hour, but washing machine is only going to be on for an hour total for the entire day, and then the rest of the day will be recovery rate, recovering all that wattage that it burnt. Induction stovetop cooktop cooker. That is 1,300 watts an hour. But, as you saw in one of my previous videos, it's on for about a minute and a half when I'm cooking, when I'm just boiling water. So, I don't think that's going to be a problem at all. Tankless hot water tank. 120 watts an hour. But this thing will only be on in the morning when I'm showering. And then it'll be off. So 15 minutes, 20 minutes max for this guy for the entire day. Water pump, same deal. This says it's $1,000 an hour. This won't be running very long a day. About 20 minutes for the showers. And maybe a little bit for getting water to the kitchen. Also looked into possibly later on a Sundancer freezer, and they actually only use 800 watts per day because they're super insulated and built for off-grid solar. So that's something to look into, but they're pretty pricey, and with my bank account being pretty low right now, I don't know if I'll be doing that. But there's the Boxy Box in sleep mode, or save your television mode from burning in. It's doing its little screensaver. That gives you guys an idea of the breakdown. That's it for now, guys. Hope you learned something. I'm learning all the time. It's DIY, so I hope I can help people out there who want to get into this. That's it for now. Talk to you later.